Hey everybody, glad to see that you made it to the Sunday stream. Sorry that I had to switch days this week. Next week will also be on Sunday as well. It's just my work schedule. I'll be working on Saturday next weekend as well, but I'll do the stream on Sunday just like I am today. So thank you all for joining the stream. I see a couple of new names in the chat. Some people are saying finally getting to see one. That would include like JRad and Web Art 3D. Welcome guys, glad to see you. I see my sisters in the chat, awesome. Let's see, we've got Trax, we've got Twilight, we've got Volcanicus 69, we've got Cheeto. So some of the regulars are here. We have got We Are the Ones and all bunch of good guys. We've got Raj. Hey Raj, glad to see you. Glad that you can make the stream. And let's see, who else do we have on here? Going down the streams, we got We Are the One. He's becoming a regular too, which is good to see. So is Raj. Let's see, Maddie's here. Maddie is definitely one of the regulars now, I guess. So yeah, it's nice to see that I've got getting some regulars here. That's awesome. Other than the playtest guys and stuff. So that's awesome to hear. This week, not much really going on in the world of Earth Wars, but we've got some good fun stuff coming along the way. We do have some news and announcements. Obviously, we got a reveal for the new shock tower for HQ19. Before everybody starts asking questions, I already asked what's that little building off to the side of it. That's actually the center conduit for the shock tower. So apparently the shock tower is two different 3D models. So, because I was kind of excited when I was asking the guys, what's that building? So, but no, that's just the conduit for the shock tower. For those of us who know what the shock tower looks like close up, it's that little centerpiece that zaps out. Obviously, we've gotten some new artwork for Alchemist Prime that was shown up in the newsletter. Some work has been done on them in playtest. Not much. Then, of course, as you guys know, the focus of today's stream is going to be 5-star Bruticus and Optimus Maximus. We're going to do some play around. I'm going to ask you guys for some combos on the abilities, which we'll go over here in a little bit. We've got the G1 Wheelie and Crusher are now available. So we've got the Wheelie Crasher crystals, they're available, so there's a good chance that you guys can get them now. They've got the G1 Chips and Spark, and of course, now we can claim their character shards. So we're in it's not like a completely, devoid week of Earth Wars. It's just a little bit of a light week, because there is some stuff going on in the background, so that we can't quite yet disclose, but it's coming. And we've disclosed some of the ideas that are out there already. Like the total prime power, which last I heard, and honestly, I haven't quite gotten any updates or asked for any updates on it. But I last heard that total prime power will be released with Alchemist Prime. So if any of the Yodos are on the stream, please confirm or deny that in the chat. That would be awesome. Because I don't like giving out bad information. You guys know that. And I like to ensure that whatever I give you guys is accurate. But that is what I have heard last of about a couple of weeks ago. And I've been busy with some personal stuff going on, so I really haven't had time to really follow up and nail the guys down to anything on that regard. That's kind of on me, but at the same time, there's been a lot going on both behind the scenes of my side as well as the Earth War side. So we've got some good stuff going on here. And I don't know if you guys are liking this feature, but nobody said anything bad about it yet. You know, with the HQ19 reveal reviews that we go through every week since that started. Um, yeah, JRAD, totally. I and a lot of us are looking forward to the Total Prime Power stuff as well. I might delve into that in this stream or not. I haven't decided quite yet. But yeah, so here's the HQ19 buildings reveals that we've had throughout the weeks. I know I've done a couple of videos and a short on them, and as soon as I get more buildings, I'll probably do another short review on them. But here we are. We've got the Autobot and Decepticon headquarters. And then we've got the alloy harvesters. You know, these buildings, they're looking sharp and they're being consistent. And then we've got the new alloy storages. Like I said, still not sure how this is going to show up on the game, especially with some of the new graphic settings that were implemented, you know, for high res, low res screens. But I'm loving these. They do look like a classic old like 1950s through 1970s gas station, which I personally, I really dig these designs. And then we've got the alloy harvester, or the energon harvesters rather, which I personally, these are one of my favorite renders of these harvesters. I know I've said it like every week so far, but they do kind of look like my computer. And for those of you that I shared shots of my computer from on the CFTactics Discord server, short of the side pistons, they're pretty similar. But I really like the energon harvesters. And then, of course, we've got the new scanners, which a lot of people are like, they look like flat screen TVs. Well, yeah, they kind of do, but it gets rid of that old analog style, you know, round dish type. So really, really kind of nice that way. I like the updates to the scanners as well. And then we've got the autocannons, which look like little mini tanks. I mean, they look like stationary little mini tanks. These things look mean. I hope that that we do get some new cores for these guys. For all the buildings, but you know, specifically the defensive buildings. Those autocannons are really nice. And then here comes one of my favorite buildings, the wall segments. I've said it since they ever debuted. They look like the Planet Express headquarters from Futurama. I'm not upset with that. I love these. I love these designs. These are great. No, from what I understand though, we are not getting cores for the walls. As I was wonderfully informed, you know, the walls are not classified as a defensive building or a building in the standard terms that all of these go. But here's our new stasis mines for HQ19. They're looking pretty good. And then we've got the new beam lasers that are coming up here. These look sharp. They look like giant arrow, crossbow launchers, but they still look really, really mean. I mean, I would not want to have to see these on an HQ yet. And they'll probably have some increases in stats as well. And then we've got our new missile launchers, which were debuted a few weeks ago. These look kind of mean and nasty too. Nice update to the design overall. You know, still no word like we're gonna get any additional cores or stuff yet, but I assume, and this is me making this assumption, not any information that I got from the dev team or stuff, but we should be getting some new cores for all these buildings. And then this week we got revealed the new shock towers. And like I said, guys, you know, keep in mind that extra little model on the side, that's the center of the shock tower. Because I did ask about it. I was like, ooh, hey, what's that new building next to the shock tower? And didn't realize that was the conduit that goes in the middle of it. So, you know, we've got a lot of new buildings being put out there. They're looking great. Hopefully when HQ19 debuts on playtest or something, we'll be able to give you guys some look at how the buildings are going to render on the map, and get that out of the way. and get some feedback from you guys as well, obviously. um, this is a great question from Foz. Are we getting Zone 18? I have not heard anything yet about a Zone 18. We do know that there is some reworks going on or some adjustments that are going to be made on the zones. Primes are primarily the focus. Once total prime power is out, then they're going to really hit the gas pedal on HQ19 and getting that rolled out and finished up. And yeah, there was talk earlier this year, especially with the roadmap reveal that we did earlier this year. There is going to be a new core rarity that I believe is going to be above G metal, so that'll also be interesting to see. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of cool stuff coming down the pike that way, and I'm really looking forward to a lot of it. All right, guys. So yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff in the pipeline for the game. You know, there's a lot of stuff happening that some people will agree with, some people won't. But you know, all in all, you know, we've got some good stuff coming down. Obviously, we've got 5-star Bruticus and Optimus Maximus, if I can ever say that right. That's a tongue twister right now. We've got them coming soon. We've also got the reworks for Mirage and Mirage and I want to say Breakneck. Yeah, Mirage and Breakneck, and Vortex and Dust upcoming for their 5-star releases and reworks as well. So we're going to have a lot of stuff coming in the pike back to back, you know. But like I said, today's focus is going to be these two beautiful, newly rendered, and stupid Autobot technology crashed my stream for my phone. But I'll get it back up. And let's see. Yeah, I blame everything that goes wrong on Autobot technology. That's me. I like doing that because I don't have problems when I use purely Decepticon technology. But there we go. Playtest is coming back up now. But yeah, so you know, Breakdown. Thank you, Cheeto. Thank you, Trax. It's Breakdown, not Breakneck. It's been 10 years. I still get those two confused on their names. I know the differences between the bots. I really do. But yeah, I still get hung up on them sometimes. But yeah, so we've got the 5-star Bruticus, Optimus Maximus coming. Here's their new ability. We've had a lot of fun with them in playtest. A lot of feedback coming back. A lot of us, and it's almost unanimous amongst the playtesting round, that we need a shield for this guy. You know, either on his 4 or 5-star abilities. But yeah, so I mean, we've got a lot of fun. He definitely needs a health and a damage increase. I mean, yeah, we did get a minor health increase from him on the 4 to 5-star, as I showcased last week. But you know, the damage really needs a big boost. You know, 900 to 930 for damage on a 5-star combiner. That's not gonna cut it. I mean, not especially when we've got say like a 4-star, like where is he? Tripredicus. 4-star Tripredicus does 1060 damage, whereas you know these 5-stars really are lacking in their damage. Look at this. I mean, you know, Prediking's 5-star is 920. Leo Kaiser, which is Computron, you know, 997. None of them are in the 4 digits. None of them. And I know that they'll probably retweak I mean, even my beloved Dino King doesn't have 4-digit damage. So it's kind of frustrating to see that these 5-stars are coming out with some decent health, but not a great deal of damage to it. And yeah, Trax, yes. Trax is asking, so we have a jump for the 5-star because his normal is a charge. Yeah, I'm gonna be going over the play with that, Trax. Spit out your feedback and any ideas you have on the combos for these two. That's why I'm opening this up to the community, because I've been playing with them a little bit, and I'm just not finding any good combination of abilities with this combiner. It's a little frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, but Raj is asking, Raj, for the max damage on a 5-star combiner, it should be at least comparable to what the 4-star Tripraticus was. It should be at least 4 digits, somewhere in the 1,000 to 1,100 range. It shouldn't be anything less than that, in my opinion. And I mean, I know that I've put it out there to the dev team in the playtest general chats that they need a damage boost. The 5-star combiners overall need a rebalance, especially when we've got a 4-star that's doing 1,000 damage versus some of the 5-stars. So it's just nuts. It really is that they're not really investing in the ability damages that way. And let's see, I am going to take this guy up against, let's see. I think I'm going to take him up against, let's see. I'm gonna hit him against Twilight tonight. Twilight deserves some poundings, and I honestly, looking at Twilight's base, I don't see how 5-star Bruticus is going to handle this. And I'm not going with the prime effects right now. I'm just going standard zone, standard battle, stuff like that. I have not heard anything about a nerf to Sunstreaker, Faz Muhammad. I have not. I don't think there is going to be a nerf to him, because we've all been asking on playtest to make Breakdown and Mirage somewhat on that level for them. So but let's take a look. See, let's go give Twilight a little bit of a beating here. And Fosm, I would honestly say, until you hear it from me or Solja or Dale or Calum or Cube, I would not give much merit to anything in regards to buffs or nerfs. There is a balance patch coming, that I will tell you, but there's not. Yeah, I didn't expect him to live that long. I really pushed him right into the center of it. I really did. I was not expecting Bruticus to live that long. That was kind of a real. That was kind of my expectation for him right there. So. J-Rad, I did do some play tests last week on my last stream with him, where he was in the middle of launching his 5-star leap and did die again. But okay, so obviously Bruticus and Optimus Maximus is not going to be good for Zone 16 or the Prime Zone. Let's try Zone 15. Let's see where he lays out that way. And guys, shout out some combos for the ability on him. Let's see. This is a zone 15 on playtest, so this is kind of equal to a higher zone 15, lower zone. 14, higher zone 14, lower zone 15 on live. Though playtest has been getting a little bit more analogous in its overall parity with live. But let's see. Let's crank him out there. There's his 5-star leap. Now his 5-star leap does have some very good overall range, but you've got to combo him out here. His 2-star ability is still smashing buildings on zone 15. And his survivability is a little bit better. Let's try the Earth Shatterer. Let's see what happens with that. Okay, he'll hold up in 15 by the looks of it. I'm not seeing too much enthusiasm with his 4-star or 5-star ability, because, like I said, I think he really does need a shield on his 5-star, especially considering that most players are going to strategize him to leap into someplace to really be able to do some damage. Yeah, Trax. That is exactly what I'm saying here. I went up against Twilight, who is somewhere within zone 17, prime level zone. Bruticus didn't even hold up. He didn't really even hold up. Here, look, I'll hit your base, Trax, and we'll see. We'll see him, or we'll hit Cheeto. Yours or Cheeto's? Let's see. I know Trax is in here. I just don't always look at it. Croto's here. Wazes. Oh, you know what? Let's go after Ultrapidus. He's been doing some good stuff and some good content on wars and his bots and stuff, and I still have to coordinate with him. And I know that he's been doing some work on his PT base, which is looking pretty good. Okay, so he's got a little bit of a mix going on here, and we'll go hit Ultrapidus for a little bit. He'll like the battle, hopefully. But okay, yeah, and he's got some good cores out here. He really does. And he's got some good builds out here. But let's see what Bruticus does against his base, because he's not a completely maxed out base yet, which thankfully for us on playtest is a good thing. But I'm gonna try rushing him in over here with this 2-star, which really went slow. He went really slow on that. That was kind of interesting. And then we're going to rush up here to these shock towers. Let's see if he can leap. He leapt. Okay, he's holding up pretty well so far, but without a shield, he's losing that health really quick. That extra 1,000 health points that he got for being a 5-star, he's really losing it quick. Let's see if we can get him over to the H. Yeah, that I'm just gonna take a stroll over. That's not gonna work well. It's supposed to be a charge, not a leisurely stroll. Let's try that Earth Shatter. He wasn't even able to get the. All right, Cheeto, I'll hit you up next. And, wasn't even able to trigger that 3-star ability yet, so that was kind of interesting. So I'm really, really torn between this new 5-star combiner. I like the direction they're taking with them, but at the same time, I'm not seeing how he's viable. And I just hit the wrong button. Yay! I hit the wrong button. But yeah, I'm not seeing how he's going to be viable for anybody to play him. To be honest with you, I don't think players are going to like this 5-star rework. I mean, we had problems with Volcanicus, we had problems with Ruination and God Neptune. You know, when they did this, ooh, Cheeto's gonna flatten Bruticus. I can tell you that right now. He's gonna get flattened. He's not gonna live long. He is not gonna live long at all. But let's try an Earth Shatterer right there against that MDS. Let's see what it does. Okay, took out a couple of mines. That was great. Didn't do jack anything for anything else. Let's take him to that shield gen. Boom. Ooh. Okay, the AoE finally kicked in. But yeah, I knew he was not going to last. Look at that. I mean, that was just plump down. Plump down. But while he's got him on defense, let's see how he's going to play in a defensive posture. Because we have been just going offense right now. And let's see. Ooh. Now Half Shell's doing beam damage by the looks of it. I'm going to have to note that down. But yeah, Optimus Maximus is still getting his getting beat up a little bit there, Cheeto, even on defense. He's lasting a lot longer than he would on offense, that's for sure. So he might not be an offensive combiner. He might be a defensive combiner in this regard. You know, that might be good. And he held out a lot better on defense than he did on offense. I'm definitely gonna say that. So it's looking like Optimus Maximus might be a more and Bruticus might be a more defensive style combiner than an offensive one. Because right now, as it stands, Twilight. Took long enough. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see. Take a look-see. Let's see what Twilight did to us, because he brought him in on offense, did he? We're gonna see here. All right. Let's see what he does here. Good leap there. And Twilight went against his own base, so we're gonna see here. Okay, and then yeah, I'm not really liking that slowed down speed on his 2-star rush. You know, that's yeah, and falls right there. So cleared out a little bit of the base, not a lot, to be honest with you. So, all right, and Cheeto's got some good feedback here, that that he's got a good death effect for outpost bots on defense. So maybe he's more defense oriented than he is offense oriented, because I don't see the value in Optimus Maximus and Bruticus right now on offense. Not when we've got other combiners like Dino King, Tripredicus, or Magna Boss. That's got 4 digits in damage. You know, we really need to give these 5-star combiners more damage. They get a health increase, they get an extra ability, they get a 5-star ability, but they really need some damage boosts. That's my opinion. So. Hey Dread, welcome to the stream. I just saw you come in on the chat. So yeah, 1 or 2 blue or smoke strikes and he would be cooked, I think. Yeah. Farzad Muhammad says out here, that maybe 1 or 2 blue streak, snipes against Optimus Maximus or Bruticus could potentially take him out. I can definitely see how that would and could happen. you know. But overall, so far, I'm not impressed with Optimus Maximus or Bruticus. It's kind of a little bit of a letdown. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little critical in this regard. It's really a bit of a letdown right now. It's maintaining his 4-star damage, which wasn't great to begin with. You know, so I mean, what do you guys think? How do you think? Oh, okay, hold on. Somebody, who was that? That was Trax is saying, try the 3-star, 5-star, then 2-star. All right, let's give that a shot. Let us try that, and we'll go against Trax's base if I find it this time, because I know he was in here. I just didn't see it. We got Maddie. I might hit Maddie's base or Domino's. I don't know. I'm gonna hit somebody's base. Let's see. Let's try. Excuse me. We're gonna try Dread. Since he just came on the chat, we're gonna hit Dread's base, and we're gonna try your combo that you recommended there, Trax. We're gonna give that a shot here. Let's take a look-see. So it's 3, 5, then 2. Let's try that. Ooh. Okay. Fun, exciting base from Dread. I have no idea how it's going to perform against Dread's base, but let's take a see. Let's play this out here. And just to let you guys know, I'm not picking on anybody in particular. I like having the PT guys on here like Cheeto and Twilight and Dread, you know, so that we can coordinate and plan and play accordingly. This is why I open up the streams like this, because I really like that. All right. So Trax is saying 3, then 5, then 2. Let's see. That's 3, 5, and then 2. All right. So we'll try 3. We'll move it over here to the auto cannon, because it's slow as all get out. That's just nuts. It really is. And I've got an MDS in here, but that damage reflection shield seems to be working. Now let's try it 5. We'll head it up here towards the shield gen. And then 2 for the Earth Shatterer. And we got Computation. Yeah. It may have just been how I hit the base tracks, or that minigun finally was chewing me up with it. I am not seeing how it's gonna. I'm not seeing how it's gonna be valuable on offense, to be honest with you. I'm really not. But that seems like a really good combo. Maddie is offering, don't bother with the 2-star or 4-star neither. Just do enough to be worthwhile. Yeah. Let's see. Anybody else? What else do we have? Oh, here we go. And yeah, Dread, your Lyo Kaiser just totally, sadly, wasn't even going to get used, even though I tripped him. But Bruticus died before he really got to do anything. So yeah. Whew. And let's see. Cheeto is saying, if I'm being honest, Bruticus, Vorticus, and Vortex, and Breakdown are all subpar. I don't see me using any of the 3 any more frequently than previously. Yeah, in terms of that, like I said, you know, you've been rather vocal on the playtest chat too, and as I know Trax has been, and Dread and myself have all been like, we need these guys to be good. You know, we don't need them to be, say, Prime League worthy, but they definitely need to be better than they are now. And, you know, we've all thrown out a lot of ideas and concepts out there, and I haven't seen much of anything implemented on those. on any ideas or much feedback from the team in regards to our feedback. And I know Maddie's thrown some stuff out there too. And Maddie is saying it's going to be good for taking out undefended resource buildings. I'm feeling that that is definitely going to be the case, and I agree with Megatron up there. We need him to have a 5-star shield, you know. When he's doing that 5-star ability, we need a shield on him, a damage reflection or a damage absorption shield. One of those two will work for him, at least on offense. We need something like that because it's not gonna hold up otherwise. And let's try a lower zone again with Bruticus, because we did zone 15. I think he was doing pretty good there. But I'm really not seeing much of a major improvement for Bruticus and Optimus Maximus. Now, like Cheeto had recommended, you know, he put him on defense on his PT base. He seemed to hold up a little bit better there, but still I was able to take him down with some medium-high bots, you know. But let's try this. Let's try 5, and then we'll go 3. Let's go 3 right there with the Earth Shatterer right here. Oh, that's the 2-star. Dang. Okay, 5, 2. And then let's go 3. And I'm not even sure we should even bother trying with the 4, but we're going to try when it comes up here. Let's see. And 4. So 5, 2. Okay, 5, 3, 2, 4 seemed to work on a lower base. I mean, he was there. He held it up. So I gotta jot that down. We did 5, 3, 2, and 4 for his ability combo. That seemed to work out fairly well, but that was on a zone 15 base. Let's try. Let's see if it'll work. Let's see if that combo will work on a higher level base. And you know what? I'm gonna do a test battle on my own base just to see how he'll hold up. Let's see if that'll work even on my base. Because you know, the guys know I'm pretty much a good overall base whisperer, so we'll try that. And let's see what the 5, 3, 2, 4 combo works if he survives on this, because this is almost a prime level base on playtest. So let's see. We'll deploy him over here, and I don't want him in too bad of a big area, but we're gonna try this anyway. So 5 against my lab over here. And then we're going to go 3 with the Earth Shatterer up here to one of the beam lasers. Or, shit. Alright, I did that wrong. I did 5, 2. But let's just see if it'll still work. And he just went straight to the HQ for some reason. That was weird. But there's the Earth Shatterer, and that didn't do anything. And he got a little bit higher up on the base than I had not expected to happen. I was really expecting him to die down here, die more so right in here. But that charge was interesting. But now I'm gonna do it on somebody else's base with the I didn't know you were on PT suspension tracks, but yeah, I'll reach out to him. And all right, let's try it again. We're gonna go back into the prime zone. So I don't know who I'm gonna get this time. So let's see what we can do here. Who I got somebody on the PT, Samuel. That might be Sam from the team. I'm not sure, but he's got. I can tell you right now, Bruticus is not going to make it past this bottom area down here. He's not going to survive it. I don't think so. But we'll try We'll try. We'll do the kinetic smash. Is he stunned? No. Okay, he just wasn't fully deployed yet. Okay. We'll head over here. 5, and then 2. Oh no, that was 5-3. Then we'll try to do 4 and 2. Let's do 4 over here. I know it's not going to do much. I aimed it at this shock tower, and it just came up right here. Yeah, okay. It's not a bad combo of abilities, but I'm not real. He's not going to last much longer. He's barely going to clear this out. He's barely going to clear this out. Another Earth Shatterer over there. He's not even taking down that laser turret. Wow. 2 Earth Shatterers and a electric disable on that over here, and still that laser turret is alive and well. I'm not feeling Bruticus. I'm really not. I hate to say that because it was holding so much promise and so much potential, but I'm not feeling it, guys. I mean, I'm not feeling it. Yeah. Let's see, Twilight. Let's see what's going on here in the chat. Obviously, I'm going to reach out to Caleb on behalf of Trax. And then, because of whales to fund all the projects and several people still enjoy the game. Oh, okay. Twilight was replying to somebody else. Yes, Patrick, a.k.a. Megatron. The missiles do stun defenses, or they're supposed to. So maybe launch them into the cluster before jumping in. I don't think we have the range on them to do that, but let's give that a shot. We'll try that first. We'll definitely try that first. I don't have a problem with doing that. So yeah, let's try. Excuse me. We'll go back to zone. We'll try zone 16. We've done prime and we've done 15. Let's try 16. See where he's going to hold up here, and we'll try that missile. You know, the 4-star ability that's supposed to stun, and then we'll leap and we'll try that. And I'm not seeing this being promising, but we'll give it a shot. There's nothing saying that this might work. You know, we'll go 4, 5. Let's see. Supposed to stun those defenses. Yeah, here's the problem. I aimed up here at this little thing, at this autocannon, and it didn't even go near him. So even if I had deployed the 5-star ability right after that, it wouldn't have taken effect. I would have taken damage. And I know that my Bruticus just died because I didn't do anything with him, but I had to point that out. That this autocannon right here is what I aimed the 4-star ability at. So it should have kind of, you know, filled in right around where Computron is right now. But it was all over here and all this stuff. So that was kind of a mess. I don't think it's going to work out that way. Just because, as you saw, the delay on the initial target that we hit, that we aimed at, it was like the last one. That was really disappointing to see. It should have been the first one, not the last one, to get that. So we got a similar base to what we had last time. Okay, so we know Computron's probably in here, but let's try this. We'll go. I'll try something slightly different, a slight variation on that. So let's go with. We'll leap him over there. Then we'll do his 4-star right at the same spot. Right at the same spot to help stun some of these. Didn't do anything. That was interesting and disappointing at the same time. Oh man. Okay, so we did the rush over here. Let's do the Earth Shatterer. This is a zone 16. It's not gonna do nothing, I don't think. Nah. 1, he fell, and 2, barely did anything. And Trax says, I bring out a large problem he's seen. Like with Springer, the target you aim at is always last and not the first. That part of the code needs to be looked at. I would hardly strongly agree with that, Trax. You know, the targeting is pretty bad on that. I mean, as you saw when I came up to here where this X is, approximately where that autocannon was, I leapt there. I did the 4-star missile disable. It didn't do anything in here. It did nothing in this area. It might have stunned this defense here, this beam laser, but then when I brought him up here for the electric charge, I mean that was it should have hit right here. The first one should have been disable here, maybe the disable on these two mortars with that 4-star ability, and then I would have been able to survive a little bit longer, you know. So I'm not impressed with it at all. And Husky, welcome to the stream, Husky. The 5-star ability is called Kinetic Rush or Kinetic Leap. Here, I'll enter the lab so that you can see it. And here it is. It's Kinetic Smash. I'm sorry. It's a horrible. It's supposed to do a lot of good stuff, but because of Bruticus's overall damage output with 900 damage plus like 5100 normal damage when he lands, the AOE for this ability is really subpar in my opinion as well. And I mean, everybody on here, we've been trying out a different set of combinations for the overall ability use, and the two best that we've come up with right now are 5-4-2-3 and 5-3-4-2. Those are the two best combos I've seen on here right now that everybody's been recommending, and I jotted one of them down. Trax's is up in the further up in the chat. So I'll be jotting those down when we for my notes. But I overall the only good thing I saw was Cheeto's Optimus Maximus on defense. That seemed to be really doing a better job. And Husky saying he called it on the 5-star ability, but Husky, it's not doing anywhere near what you had thought of or had proposed. It's really not. It's bad. The AOE is really limited on it. This 5-star ability is honestly, it's horrible. It's really not good. And I mean, as you guys know, I try to put a positive spin even on the worst stuff. I don't see any value other than how when Cheeto had his Optimus Maximus on, or his Bruticus, because I know he's actually a con player, but his new 5-star on defense, and I can go replay that real quick. We can put him up there. This, as it stands right now, and we're 2 weeks into having him into playtest, as it stands right now, I am not, I gotta say, this is a complete and utter disappointment. It's really not worth chasing. You know, I'll check that replay out real quick, Cheeto. But I wanted to show on your base where you had Bruticus, Optimus Maximus on defense here. He seemed to do a lot better on defense than he did on offense. Because, like you said, his on-death effect is really good for the outpost bots. But yeah, I'm gonna get him triggered up here. I might go right across that. I'm gonna try the 4-5 combo here. 4-5. 3-2 maybe. We'll do 5 here. Yeah, see he must have had a FFD or something. He's gonna fall quick. I'm not gonna be able to get him to last much longer. But boom, yeah. See that 5-star ability is definitely better on defense. I'm seeing than I am on offense. Come on, half shell, do some damage to this guy. And here's the on death effect with my team here. It's just a lot of shields. It gets a little clustered and a little confusing to see what's going on here. But yeah, he's definitely holding his own a little bit better on defense than he is on offense. I'm really seeing he's absolute garbage for offense in my opinion, as it stands right now. You know, I think his value might be as a defensive combiner, not as an offensive combiner. I mean, he was keeping his own against my squad there, but I also had I wasn't really playing with too many abilities there. It was a mock battle. I really wasn't taking it into, to play. I wanted to showcase the combiner, not my squad, But yeah, overall, I'm not really feeling this combiner, guys. We can keep this convo going on my Discord server. Let me know your thoughts. Share some replays. Twilight, Cheeto, Trax. Share some replays over on my Discord server, so that some of the players and subscribers there can see the utter brutality that Bruticus and Optimus Maximus does not have. But we'll continue playing around with them. We'll continue seeing. Bloodle, welcome to the chat. Sorry to say, Bruticus and Optimus Maximus are garbage 5-stars right now. As they stand right now, they really are. It might be a better defense combiner, like Cheeto is trying to correct himself in saying and reiterating that he's probably better geared to defense than offense, because on offense, he's absolute garbage as it stands right now. So, yeah, guys, appreciate you guys showing up on a Sunday. Just a soft reminder, I will be doing a stream next Sunday as well, just due to my work schedule. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll revisit some of this combiner, some of the legacy reworks that are happening right now, and we'll next week, and we'll take everything that is. Hopefully maybe we'll see some improvements in the next week. So next weekend we may have something else, but I will definitely we'll revisit this next week. See, Ruthless, yes, Trax, thank you for that. Yeah, he's ruthless, all right. Yeah, I would say offensively right now as it stands, Bruticus is garbage, is absolute garbage. On defense, at least what we saw from Cheeto's base seems to be definitely better geared towards defense. Guys, again, thank you for showing up on a stream on a Sunday. I'm sorry I didn't previously make an announcement about it on my server or else, or even on my channel. Just had a lot of stuff going on this week, personally and Earth Wars related as well. Keep up the good stuff. Keep up the great feedback. And like I said, Cheeto, Trax, Twilight. If you guys feel up to it, I'm not going to obligate you guys to do it. Try to share some Bruticus replays or Optimus Maximus replays on my Discord server so that people can get an idea that aren't following on the stream. And guys, as always, thank you guys for joining the stream. Thank you for the feedback and the ideas that we've got stirred up. And most of all, guys, keep up the heroic nonsense. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. I'll see you next